found some Godiva hot chocolate in my kitchen. I don't know whose it is. I don't know who bought it. I don't know who put it there, but I used it. And I'm not ashamed. And I don't feel guilty. It's so good. What's up, you guys? It's Cassidy. Welcome back to my channel. Today I am actually here with a November favorites video. I have a bunch of stuff. I have skincare. I have my absolute favorite products of the past couple of months. And then I have some products that I didn't really like, that I was disappointed by. And I also have one product that I'm just like super confused about, and I still don't know how I feel about it, but we're gonna get into that. We're gonna talk about it later, okay? So I've got my big old bucket here full of stuff, but before we get into all of this goodness, don't forget to hit the like button down below and subscribe as well while you're down there, because you guys already know what I'm gonna say. We're almost at 10,000 and I'm doing a huge giveaway at 10,000, so let's make it happen. So I'm first going to start out with some skincare items and then get into the good stuff, which is the makeup. The first couple of items that I have here are these two cleansers. This one was backwards. These two cleansers. The first one is by L'Oreal, and this is their Pure Clay Cleanser, the Purify Mattify version. I know they have a few different types of these, like for different skin types and stuff like that, but the one that I have is the Purify Mattify, and this cleanser makes my skin feel so clean. It has the texture of that kind of like creamy clay feeling, but then once you add water to it is when it like lathers up a little bit more. And this one is by Glam Glow, and this is the Super Cleanse Clearing Cream to Foam Cleanser. So I love this one because it kind of is that same like deal. It has that clay mask sort of texture. When it comes out, it actually is like a gray color, so it feels like I'm washing my face with a mud mask or something like that. But the difference between these two is this one has like a kind of like a eucalyptus peppermint, sort of peppermint feeling. When you finish washing it off of your face, your skin feels like minty fresh. Like just how the L'Oreal one makes my skin feel super clean, this one also makes my skin feel super clean, but it just also has that like minty, like refreshing feeling. It's nothing overwhelming, like it won't burn your eyes or anything like that. It just has like a slight like clean, minty, fresh, tingly feeling, and I love how that feels right before I'm gonna go to sleep because I feel like so fresh, so clean, so fresh and so clean. So these two cleansers, I can't get enough of them. Next up, I'm going to show you guys what I've been removing my makeup with, and this is by the brand called Luminous, and it's their Pro Collagen Cleansing Balm. So what it is basically like a solid oil, and then you pick it up. I just pick some up on my fingers and just rub it all over my face, massage it into my skin. I clean my eyes with this as well. I don't let it get in my eye. I just like close my eyes really tight and scrub around it, and this thing takes all of my makeup off so nicely. What I love about this especially though is that it's a cleansing balm, so it goes on with that oily texture, but as soon as you add water to it, it sort of forms into like a soap, so I don't have to worry about an oily residue left over my face once I do remove this. It also came with this little cleansing towelette, so what I usually like to do is apply this all over my face, massage it in, make sure the makeup really broke down with the oil, and then I soak this in some warm water, and then I really just like go like that to my skin to remove it, and then I rinse it right under the sink, and all of the makeup just comes right off of the towel with a little bit of a scrub, and my skin is literally, all of my makeup is off. It's so good, and it's a little bit pricey, but it's totally worth it. Okay, you guys, now I can get into my favorite makeup items of the month. So the first things that I'm going to talk about are a couple of concealers. The first one is the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer. I've been using it every single day. This is such a good concealer. It's very like lightweight. It's not too matte, which I really love because for my dry skin, I do not like matte concealers. They just don't work for me. I have tried the Tarte Shape Tape, and I know everyone is gonna like crucify me for this because I know everyone loves Shape Tape so much, but personally I just can't use it. It's way too drying under my skin, and it does not look good on me. I see it on other people and I'm like, that looks so good on you. why doesn't it look that way on me? It just doesn't. But this one is really good. It has a pretty dewy finish, but it definitely lasts long. It doesn't crease on me. It's such a good concealer. So I would suggest if you have really dry skin and you haven't seemed to find something that works for you, definitely try the Urban Decay Naked Skin. And I am in the shade Light Neutral, but I do want to get a shade lighter than this if they have it, because I usually use this to conceal, but it doesn't really help that much with brightening. But what I have been using for brightening that I also have as my favorite this month are these two concealers right here. These are the Julep Cushion Complexion 5-in-1 Perfector with Turmeric. I have the shades Buff and Ivory. I've been using the shade Buff because Ivory is like super duper pale. It has this little sponge tip and you just twist this to like push the product up, and I love these concealers, you guys, so much. I love that I sometimes put this concealer on and then I'll just pop these right over on like the highest points just to really get that brightened effect, and that's definitely what these do for me. And I know they're new, so I would highly recommend that you get your hands on these. I'm not sure if I've mentioned this before, but I definitely have a favorite bronzer that I've been using nonstop. I definitely use it in my tutorials, but I don't know if I told you guys that it's my favorite, so now I'm telling you. It is by BH Cosmetics. It's their satin bronzer in the shade Totally Tan. When I first saw this, I was like, this is going to be way too orange for me. I'm too pale. And then I put it on in like little amounts, and I have it on today in like all the perimeters and the contours of my face. This bronzer is so good. It's so good. I feel like if you guys have a little bit of warmth to your skin, it's gonna be so freaking perfect for you guys. I love the formula of it. It's really easy to blend out and at the same time very pigmented. So I've been using this thing nonstop. The next product is actually a highlight, and I know I've been using the Laura Geller Gilded Honey Highlight like crazy, and I do love that highlight, but I refound my love for an oldie but a goodie. This is Mary Luminizer by the Balm, and I've been wearing it this past week, and I literally have fallen in love with it all over again. The Laura Geller Gilded Honey Highlight is definitely more of a golden undertone, while this one has a more champagne undertone. For the summer, the Laura Geller one was perfect for me, but I feel like for the winter, this one is definitely going to be my go-to because it has a little bit more of like an icy finish, and it just makes me look very glowing, very highlighted. It's awesome. I'm going to take a minute to talk about my brows because I feel like I don't mention that enough here on my channel, and I definitely have some all-time favorite products. I find that even when I try other brow products, I always come back to these two babies right here, and these are both by Benefit. The pencil that I use is the Goof Proof Brow Pencil. One end is a spoolie, and the other side is this triangular sort of pencil, and I just love this because it covers a lot of surface area of my eyebrow. I don't have to spend like too much time making little hairs and like, you know, with like the thinnest pencil ever. It just fills my brows in really quickly because the actual pencil is a little bit thicker. Then the second thing that I use to set my brows is this Gimme Brow by Benefit. It's so good. It supposedly has like these little fibers in it that make your brows come out thicker and fuller, and honestly, it works. It really does work. It has this tiny, cute little wand that just like brushes right through my brow hairs, and it sets my brows while also making them look fuller. Ride or Die brow products, they're so good. So that was it for my absolute all-time favorite products of the month. Now I'm gonna go into the products that I was like, what the heck is going on over here? So the first two that I have are mascaras. I was really disappointed by these because I feel like these definitely had a lot of hype in my eyes, and for some reason I just didn't end up loving them. So the first one is by Eiko, and this is the Black Magic Mascara. I have seriously heard so many people talking about this for the longest time. I love the wand. Like, the wand is like very thick, and it even has like a little curve to it, so it really hugs your lashes. But for some reason, the formula of it just doesn't thicken my eyelashes as much as I want them to. If you're that kind of girl that you just want your lashes to look very like thin and long, then this is gonna be a good mascara for you. But I almost like mascaras that not clump my eyelashes, but kind of have like that, more of that volume, and for some reason this one just doesn't give that to me. Maybe I need to give it a couple of more chances or try it a couple more times, but so far it just hasn't been working for me, only because it doesn't give me as much volume as I want. And the second mascara is kind of the same thing. This is the MAC Extended Play Lash Mascara, and I was so excited to try this out because I know Jaclyn Hill, which is one of my favorite YouTubers, she uses this like crazy on her lower lashes, and it looks like it's so good for your lower lashes because it's super thin and very long, and it looks like it'll really like grab onto every single hair on the lower lash line. But my lower lashes are very thin, so it just doesn't really attach to my lashes as much as I want them to. I feel like it just creates a really thin layer over my lashes and doesn't make them look thick and full. And yeah, kind of the same thing with the first mascara. But I'm definitely going to still try to play with these two mascaras and see if they end up working for me somehow. So I'll keep you guys updated. It's not a definite no. I'm not giving up on you. The next thing I feel like is going to be a super shocker to a lot of people. It's this. It's the Tatra Luminous Dewy Skin Mist. This fabulous packaging, luxurious product. Like, I just feel so fancy and bougie holding it in my hand. It's a very heavy glass bottle, and it has gorgeous packaging. I love the smell of it, but for some reason, you guys, I don't know what it is. Every time I use this product, it just doesn't work for me. It definitely makes you look dewy. I'm not gonna take away from that at all. It makes you look dewy, and it does have like a subtle dewy finish as long as you don't use too much. But I've been trying it multiple times. Like, I keep on giving it a chance, and for some reason it's just not my favorite. I feel like it never dries down fully, and it does leave my skin feeling a little bit like tacky, especially if I do like one spray too much by accident. There have been times where I put like 2 or 3 pumps too much, and then I'll notice my makeup breaking up around my nose, and I'm like, this never happens. I can definitely see why people love this product because it does leave like that really beautiful dewy finish, but for me, I just don't like the feeling of it. It feels too oily. It feels like an oil mist rather than a setting spray that I can spray on and that will dry over my face. So remember when I told you guys that there was one product that I just felt so confused and conflicted on? It's the Fenty Foundation. You guys, I have dry skin. Let's keep that in mind. I know people like will die for this foundation, and I can absolutely see why, just like the Tatra mist. But I don't know, maybe it's like my skin that's causing me problems to not like some of these products. But I just feel like when I wear this, I like how it looks when it first goes on. But then throughout the day, I have noticed recently that I've been using the Urban Decay concealer with this foundation. And throughout the day, I'll kind of see like a separation between where I applied my concealer and where the foundation stops. And it almost looks like I didn't blend my foundation and my concealer correctly. And I was like, oh no, honey, that is not happening. Not today, not on this face. It's done that to me a couple of times, and it kind of like clings onto a couple of dry patches that I may have on my skin. So yeah, I don't know, but I really love the way it looks when it first goes on, and I finally got my correct color. I know I did a review on this, and again, in the review, I initially loved the finish of it. I thought it looked so beautiful, and it really did. It looks gorgeous on my skin, but weather is getting colder here in New York. My skin is just really dry. And since this foundation is so matte, the patchiness and, you know, the weird like lines that it makes in between my concealer, I don't know, something is just keeping us apart. Something is keeping us apart. If you guys have the same issue with this foundation, please let me know, because I really hope I'm not the only one that feels this way. And you guys, we did it. That is it for my January, whoa. That is it for my November favorites. I can't believe November is already done. It's insane. I just want to thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please don't forget to subscribe, because you know how much it means to me from the bottom of my heart. I love you guys so, so much, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!